Hey everybody, it's Thursday evening. This is Barb Ryder, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So glad that you decided to join me this evening. And once you join, let me know that you're here. I always love to see everybody's name pop up, where you're from, what's happening in your world. Hi Nancy, so glad you guys are here. I am looking at making sure, okay, things are looking good on my page. Looks like that they're coming up and you can hear me fine, right? Okay, very good. So we've had some rainy weather here, but today it cooled off a little bit, but then it's going to get hot again, and just in time for the weekend, right? If you're a demonstrator and you're watching, hopefully you'll be enjoying the Creativity Now that's on Saturday. One of the perks of being a demonstrator is some special events, and that's one of them that is just for demonstrators. We got to pre-order a set that's going to be coming out, and we're going to be making some fun stuff with that, seeing some new product, things like that. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining, you guys. I am featuring a couple new products in the annual catalog, and I know there's lots of online exclusives going on, and I share those along with the annual catalog. But today, most of it is annual catalog that I'm going to be featuring. Hi, Lynn. Hello. Hi, Taryn. Well, we'll get right into it. I don't have lots tonight. I do have if you watched me last week, I shared about our team swap and that we use some new layouts that are in the annual catalog. And I was missing one of my, the layouts from my team member, Donna, and I found it. I knew I had gotten it, but anyway, it's amazing, and I wanted to share that with you. I also have a happy mail that I'm going to share. So I'm listening. It seems to me that when I'm watching the Facebook, that my sound, my voice is not synced with my face. I don't know what that is, so I'm sorry about that. Um, I just don't know what to think anymore about technology, to be honest with you. I don't know. I just don't know. So as long as it doesn't bother you, we're moving forward, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down, okay? Turn the volume down. There we go. Okay, so you guys aren't hearing all of that. Okay, let's turn this down and take a look at what we have going on. There we go. So I have the annual catalog here, and on page 24 and 25, page 24 shows, let me bring it up here. It shows a lot of these layouts. It says card and tag templates. So we took these templates and we used them for layouts. 3 of them were more like little tags, and so we did not use those in our projects. So let me show you the card. Let's see, this was Donna's card, and this layout is number 2. It's so pretty. Number 2. And that's on page 24. So she took the tag design and she put it on the base of a card and made that as her swap. So good deal. And then I have this sweet thank you card from a stamping friend, and her name is Kathy McGilrath. She had purchased a retired product from me and sent me this cute little thank you card. So I appreciate that, Kathy, if you watch this replay or if you jump on here and are watching us. All right. So what are we going to be using today? One of the products that we used at my spring retreat that I just had is the textured stripes mix and match cards and envelopes on page 25. We also use the embossed design mix and match specialty cards and envelopes. You get 10 cards and envelopes, 5 of the stripes and 5 of the polka dots, okay? And we're going to be using this for our card tonight. They're nice because they're already embossed for you. They're a nice card base. It's a great $10 for the envelope and the card. And this is the striped. I don't know if you can see the striped on here. I can't see it when I'm looking at the my laptop. I'm not seeing the stripes very well. There, you can see the stripes some. There we go. Anyway, we're using the polka dots. There's stripes and polka dots. So we're using the polka dots. And we are also going to be using a bundle, which is in a suite. Right now, we still have the month of June where it's there is a buy something in a suite and you get the second thing in a suite half off. It doesn't have to be the same suite, but it will take the highest price as the regular price, and then it'll take the lower price as your half off item. Hello, June and Sue and Donna. Hello, welcome. So this is the beautiful gallery suite. Okay, if you have your catalog, it's page 52 and 53 is where it starts. Just because you have a suite sale doesn't mean you buy the suite. It's anything in the suite. But beware, let's say you want to purchase some designer paper, but you're like, oh, I don't have this bundle yet and it's in the suite, so I'm going to get it. The designer paper is going to be your half off item. So the lowest price is going to be your half off. Okay. All right. So cool. Thanks for letting me know, Nancy. I appreciate you telling me you can see those stripes. So we're going to use beautiful motifs. Now, this seems like a different kind of stamp set, and I think I already did a card with this on a live a while back. However, I think that these words in this stamp set are perfect for all kinds of occasions, and these can be used for backgrounds and just some different things. So I'm going to show a little bit of that tonight. All right, let's move this out of the way and let's start our project. All right, we'll move that down here. I'm just trying to see where anyway, we really don't need this in the screen, but here is the products that we're using. So I will tell you this card and envelope, this is the polka dots, okay, embossed, and the envelopes are also embossed. The flap are embossed with the same as the card base. It's a little bit bigger than A2. So let's see here. I'm going to grab a regular card. This one right here. So you can see that it is bigger than a 8.5 by 5.5 that I normally do with our cards. So that's, I think it's still one stamp. I have not checked it at the post office, so I don't know that for sure. So we've got our card base, and this actually, I can tell you what it is. It's in the catalog on what the size is, but this card base is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, so it's just a little bit longer. Okay, we're going to be using some of the silver, or I don't know what the name of it is, but it is on the last chance list. So if it's something that you might want, look for the ribbon, silver ribbon, and this should pop up. I'm so sorry. I think I threw out the tab. This is all I have left of this particular. I've used my dies. Here are the dies. Let's look at those again. Hi, Diana. Welcome. Here are the dies, and so this is a standalone die, and this is a standalone die. We're going to be using those this evening. This one and these two will create these fun motifs, such as the name, like this right here. Okay, let me see. I'm going to bring it up against the white to see if you can see this. Can you see the design that just pops out on the corner? I just did one on each corner. Then you could put, I mean, you could go this way and you could do different things. You could put a gift card in between because look, that will fit, that put a gift card in there. But that's, let's see, how many of the dies do this? 3 of the dies do this type of thing where it does not pop out. It stays on the cardstock and it just gives you the, where you can put a dimensional behind it and pop it up. I hope that makes sense. But these 2 dies are fabulous. And so we're going to go ahead, and I have already chosen the stamps that I need to use here. So let me grab my basket over here with all the goodies that we need. All right, here's what we have. We're going to use a blending brush for this card, and we've die cut these. You can see this is die cut in Secret C. That's the ink pad we're going to use, and Basic Beige, and that's what I've die cut. Basic Beige and Secret C. All right, I'm pulling this closer to me. I feel like I'm anyway. Hi Ruth, welcome. All right, so that's 2 things that we're going to use. I've already die cut those, so you could, if you've done any stamping, you probably know how to die cut. If you follow me, you've seen me do die cut. Anyway, we just have a scrap for our sentiment, and then we are going to get started stamping. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take the blending brush, and let me see here. What was I thinking? I have this in my mind. I have not created, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to start out. I'm going to get my scrap so I can tap off any excess ink. Hi, Mackinac City. Well, enjoy yourself. It's supposed to be really nice tomorrow, so hopefully you'll have a great day, Mackinac. I'm going to take the Basic Beige and get a little bit on my brush, okay? I'm just going to tap off because I don't want this heavy. I just want it light. I'm just going to cut right onto putting this on a white card, and I'll be honest, it doesn't seem like, there we go. There's a little more. It's not going to show up very much, but it's going to show up enough that what I'm looking for, okay? All I'm doing is kind of going right in the center of my card, and I'm going to pull some more in here. Okay. Getting a little bit of that. I don't know if you can see the hue. It's starting to show up, but again, it's not very dark, and I don't want it super dark, okay? So, but I can see it in person. Maybe it'll show up better when I the photo and post the photo. We'll see. Or maybe I can zoom in on it. Okay, maybe you can see that. Can you see that there's a little bit of darker color there in the middle? I'm going to turn it every which way, see if you can see it. So I can see a little bit a color in the center there. Then I'm going to take the fun little, this image right here, and I'm going to actually write over these bumpy dots, okay, with this Basic Beige. So I'm going to stamp there. Oh, that's perfect. And I'm going to stamp here, and I'm just going to stamp, I'm going to ink up, stamp off, just so I can get a little bit of the design in there. I don't want it to be too heavy. There we go. Anyway, hopefully you can see that. It's a light color, so it doesn't show up a ton, but it's going to be beautiful against what we're going to do with these pieces here. All right. All right, let's move that over here out of the way. On the inside of the card, we're going to use Secret C, and I'm going to stamp. Wishing you love and happiness that last a lifetime. This is going to be a wedding card or an anniversary card, okay? You could go either way with this. Let me make sure I'm getting kind of straight, and hopefully that's pretty straight. There we go. And I actually think I'm going to come back in with this funky design motif, and let's see, I'm going to stamp off and wonder if I can stamp over top. It barely shows up, but that's okay. I've already started it this way, so we're going to do it again. You probably can't see it on the screen. I don't know, but it's there very lightly, and we're going to leave it like that. Okay. I have these flowing sleeves, and I'm moving around. I'm afraid they're going to get into the ink pads, but that's I didn't change clothes from work. Okay, I stamped the inside. Now I'm going to stamp our Celebrate for the front. So let's ink that up. Oh, good. I'm glad it was starting to show a little bit. Okay, Celebrate. Let's stamp this on my, I think this is a 1/4 of an inch Celebrate. And let me see if that's too crooked. No, that's pretty good. All right, I've got my cleaner over here. I probably should put these over here by my cleaner. All right, so that's all we need for the stamping. So Secret C and Basic Beige, those are the two that we're using. I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and just cut this about the same length on the other side. There we go. Okay, now I want to see how these look against this. Oh, that is perfect. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see this in person. I actually think, now that I laid those down, I think I want to get a little more design over here. Like I said, I had the design in my mind, but I did not create one of these beforehand. I am going to come right up in here, and I'm going to come and stamp that motif again. And let's, this didn't get dark enough here. I'm going to bring it down. There we go. Because we're going to cover this up a little bit with our die cut pieces. Okay, I feel better. Okay, so now we're going to take our pieces. We're not ready for the silver yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. So what we're going to do is we have this beautiful fern here, and so I'm going to kind of go this way. Which way do I want to go? Yeah, we're going to go this way, and then we're going to go this way. And I have this ribbon, and my thought was to just somehow get this ribbon kind of in the midst of our beautiful, what do you call it? Sprig here, I guess. Sprig, maybe. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if that's really what I want. I don't think that's what I want. See, this is, you guys are seeing behind my brain when I try to come up with a design and make it finish to the end. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put these down. And let's grab this. I'm going to go ahead and just put some adhesive on the back of my little fern here. And I'm using my silicone mat so that I'm not getting adhesive all over my workspace. And if I do get some on the silicone mat, all I have to do is just rub it off and it's gone. So, okay, so let's put this right kind of right here. Okay, and I don't have adhesive on everything because I like this idea where it pops up a little bit, giving it some dimension. So that's why if you use adhesive sheets and then die cut, it's all going to stick down flat. If you just use a little bit of adhesive here and there, then you can get this nice creative pop, dimension is what I want to say. All right, so the same thing here. Put a little bit there, here, right there. Okay. And this is just going to go on the other part of the design that I stamped there. Okay. So let's just do this. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to make, I think a bow is going to be too much, but let's try it and see. Super easy. Hello, everyone that's jumping on here. If you're watching the replay, thank you for being here and watching through this great design. Okay. What do you think? Does the bow look too heavy, or should I just make like, you know, I'm going to cut some of it off if I do the bow, but I'm thinking that the bow would kind of go right here. And remember, I'm doing this as a wedding card. What do you think? Is that, like, if I cut some of that off, is that bow too heavy? Should I just do a knot and just have two pieces on the side? I think I have enough here to try that. What do you think? Hi, Tanya. It's been a long time. I'm glad to see you here. All right, so since I don't have any more of this, you guys, that's why I'm being sparing. So this is the other thought, is just to do a knot. Should I just do a little knot like that? Or should I use the bow? Or should I use the bow? Again, this is a wedding card, and we're going to add some more silver in here. I'm not to that point yet. I'm just looking to see what your thoughts are. I'm watching my comments here on the screen. Awesome. All right. Well, I think what we'll do is let's go ahead, and I think I have enough. I can trim that there. I can trim this here. So that's what the bow would look like. I think that there's the bow. And then there is just the tiny little knot. Hi, Jackie. Knot. I think the knot won. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's grab my little mini glue dots. I love mini glue dots to use with anything that's material, and because it sticks so well onto the material and then onto. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Okay, got that. So next, we're going to add our sentiment, and that is just going to go kind of right there, I believe, is what my thought was. But I do think I need a little less on the edges. You guys know me, so here we go. We've got to do the barb. So we're going to do an angle. I'm going to do both sides at an angle, because it kind of goes with the design of the knot, with the angles on the knot. So let's get some dimensionals here. All right. Okay. I think once we put the rhinestones on, I think that we'll have lots of silver. So I think whether you do it with the bow or the knot, I think it's going to be just fine either way. We're going to do this right there. Okay, so there's what we have so far. Super easy card, you guys, but it looks elegant. Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to pull out the fantastic rhinestones. Now, I wanted to go with silver because of the silver bow, or the silver ribbon. So I'm going to go with rhinestones, and it's a wedding card or an anniversary card. So of course we need some diamonds, right? Got to have some diamonds. That's our good old rhinestones. Well, hi, Jan. Welcome. So good to see your name pop up. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's grab my pick tool and let's put some more silver throughout our card. Move this out of the way. I do have some samples to show you from the suite, so stay tuned. Don't jump off right when I'm done with the project because you'll want to see these beautiful samples. So let's put some rhinestones around. Let's go here. And I just think, there we go. And then we have the tiny right there. All right, what do you think? Can you see the sparkle with the rhinestones and how it matches the silver ribbon? Super easy, gorgeous with the stamping that background motif on there. What do you think? The fun part is this cards and envelopes. Like I said, you have a matching envelope that has the dots that match the front. I stamped wishing you love and happiness on the end that lasts a lifetime. So there I have a gorgeous, super easy card with envelope. I love the cards and envelopes. They are nice to have, to just be able to quickly put something together instead of pulling out my cutter, cutting everything. We have those ephemera packets now too, where they're so amazing to just pull out a sentiment and there you have what you need, you know. Hi, Carol. Thank you, thank you. It's a super easy and it would look so different with different colors, you know. Different colors will make this look very different. So take this idea and come up with your own design and see what you like best, I guess is the way to say it. Let me share some samples with you using this bundle that's within the suite. Okay, so bring this back in just a moment. Here is one design. Now you can see they've used the motif over here with the, it looks like, I don't know, it might be, I think this is cloud cover. I think this is cloud cover, crumb cake. You've got some crumb cake with one of the, I don't know the name of it, but it's a stamp set. And then you have the design here of the flower. This is the basic beige ribbon again. And let's see what's on the inside. Nothing there. I think this is the one, I may have done this one in a live a while back, where see how this is one of the dies and see how it just pops up there. It just looks great. I have dimensionals behind there popping that up. And see the edging here? That's the other little design. Where's my, it fell down in here. This design right here, that's what you see all around the edge of the card here. Okay? So there's that, oh, there's the design. Okay? So there is another. This one's so pretty. This is using the damask paper, and it looks like it is using our two-tone cardstock with the early espresso, the frame that is in the kit itself. And then you have these other designs that go with the other bundle. This is from the other bundle. This is from the other bundle that is in the whole suite, okay? This is one bundle with the dies. And then the other stamp set I showed you is, I don't have my catalog. I closed the page. But anyway, you guys have an idea on that. All right, but look at this beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's so pretty. This is from Denise Will. This is a swap that I was in. Here is one of the cards we did at our spring retreat. And it's similar, but it's different. Okay. And I used the motif to do top to bottom here and the inside of my card. Okay. Here is one using the wheat. And let's see, I don't have design. I think this is Taryn's card. I think this was Taryn's swap that she did. Isn't that pretty? This is using This is from D. Slater, and this is using, oh my gosh, what is this color? Pretty, petal pink. Oh my gosh, petal pink, which is that peachy color. Then you've got the design that she stamped, the ribbon, and thinking of you from the beautiful motif that coordinates with this bundle. So pretty. And then here is another one using some of the paper, and I'm Here for You, which is also the one that has the stamp set, or the sentiments. This is from Judy Tuttle, and I should have took the other one out. Let me see if there's anything she stamped on the inside. So there are some great samples using the other bundle, along coordinating the words from this bundle in that motif suite. You like that one with this pop of color? Yeah, this one here, I think is it this one you were talking about with a little bit of yellow? I don't know. I think they're all amazing. I love all of them. I'm glad you guys like those samples. I think they're great. I think they are super great. So here's our card that we did tonight. That's what I have for you. I just have one project. To be honest with you, I'm working hard at getting a class put together, and I will tell you a sneak peek. It is using this amazing stamp set, Peaceful Peer. We need masculine cards, and so this class will be a masculine cards, and I will be working on that class. I'm also working on, you might see the pop-up that showed up. I'm working on the Christmas in July bingo. Okay. Now, I haven't decided if there's a way to do this by Zoom to offer it to people non-local. You would have to have the stamp sets or to do the project. So I think right now, for the first time, I'm going to just do a local. But that is something you can RSVP for. It's going to be on July 19th, and I believe the RSVP is July 5th. So check that out if you're interested and you're local to me and can drive and spend a few hours here having some fun. That's what I have for you this evening. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around and see if there's any other comments on here. Let me find where I need to be. There we go. All right, out of the way a little bit. So that's what I have for you. I'm not keeping you super late today. Hopefully you enjoyed what I shared, and try doing some blending brushes on some embossed paper. It comes out beautiful. Just all kinds of fun things you can do with that. And as you guys are jumping, I'm looking here onto, thank you for the hearts and the love and all the good things. I'm looking at the names to see if I missed anybody. Hi, Jackie Smith. I don't think I saw you earlier, but thank you all for being here. Thank you. So catch me next time. My goal is to be here every Thursday at 7 p.m. And until we see you again, you guys have a great rest of your evening and week, or whatever this as a replay. I just thank you for being here. Okay. Blessings to you all. Bye-bye.